All right, I'm going to be going live. Well, I'm already live. And I'm going to be showing you how to make a waist bead on an elastic string. So stretchy. How to make stretchy waist beads. That's what you're going to learn. How to make stretchy waist beads. It's real easy and simple. And as you can see right here, this is the string that I prefer to use. These come in different colors, so you'll mostly see these in white. The color white. So you can do different colors based on the beads that you will be using. And I'll be using this emerald green because I need some more green. And this is the string that I'm going to be using. I prefer this one. It's user friendly to me. So I prefer using this one. And this is the curved needle that I don't really like it in that shape. So I straighten it out a little bit in the curve. So you're going to open up this needle, any type of needle that's an open eye, or if you're good at sewing, you can do the other needle. I forgot what they're called. I'm just going to open up this needle. You can open up any needle the best way you know how. And I pull it down. As you can see, I make sure I have a lot left over because as you are beading, this usually slips down. It gets shorter and shorter, and then you'll end up actually having the beads all fall off. So I did not measure this. I don't really know how long I want it to be, but I do want it to be on the plus size side of it, not the petite, because we have enough petite waist beads available. We need the bigger size. So you just turn the bead spinner and bring the beads down. We have the tie-on thread, this bead spinner, and 2 needles available in the waist bead kit on the website craftswoman.com. So that's pretty simple how you would just turn the bead spinner, put your needle in, and bring the beads down. You can also, this is a size, the beads are a size 6. So these beads are pretty big. The hole is pretty big, so it's not going to be an issue of getting all of these beads through. If you want your waist beads to be more durable, you can double thread this or double string it if you want. Okay, so it's pretty redundant. Oh, I wish you could. I'm trying to show you the ones that I've done. They keep on sliding down. This particular string, last a pretty good while. They don't really show you the yard or meter length, so I'm not even sure like how long they are most of the time. Let me see. It just says 100% is in another language. I don't know um what it actually is saying other than strong and stretchy. So when you fill up the beads in the bead spinner, it's good to have like a middle ground amount, because if you fill the beads up too high, they'll be coming out everywhere just like they did before. And if you don't have that many beads left in here, it's going to make it difficult to get the beads in. So I'll say fill them, fill the bead spinner up about halfway, maybe a little bit more, 60 to 70%, but you do not want it to be like 80 to 90% filled. You don't want to put that many beads in your bead spinner because the beads are going to go everywhere. So we're just making plain ones to start out with, and I'll show you a lot of different designs that I make later. I just wanted to start out with something very simple because once you can just once you do the solid colors, then you'll get better and you can make your waist beads more decorative. And of course, this is the same system if you want to make bracelets or anklets. I don't really think I should make a separate video unless we're going to talk about how to measure for the bracelets and anklets. But crafty people know when you make stuff, you don't really need a lot of instructions when you're already creative. You can look at one video and get it and start making all type of things. And we're almost finished here, so this is definitely, it takes less time to do the stretchy ones than it is to do the tie-on ones, in my opinion, depending on the length that you're going to make them. So let's see how long it is. I think I can make them a little bit longer. And I do custom orders if you want me to make you one of a certain size and a certain design. You have to know your measurement. So all you have to do is get a tape measurer and figure out how long you need it to be. I'm going to actually measure this one. When I get finished, I'm going to measure it to see how long it is. This is not a custom order. I'm just making some for like medium. So it's going to be, we'll see. We'll see how long it is. I'm going to guess about the time we get finished. I will guess to see how long it is before I actually measure it. Yep, I think this is pretty big. I don't like to make them too big because although I do have big girls that want them, it's not that common. So I don't want to end up just having a bunch of waist beads left over. So this string is pretty long. So I want to bring these beads down on the other side so that I'm not cutting off so much string. So that's about what's left. And I'll cut it off really short because this other string is pretty long. And so as I'm tying it, all I'm doing is trying to even it out. Even out the strings that are left over so I can have a nice knot. You're going to take both of the strings and make it an X. Then I'm going to put my 2 fingers inside of the circle and bring another string in. And sometimes it can still slip when you're tying in the knot. I'm going to do the same thing again. All right, that one was pretty good. I tied a few times and I stopped tying after I feel that it's not slipping anymore. So you want to cut the string closest to the knot as you can, but not so close. So can you see that knot? There's still a little bit left out, so it's not too close, but it's not visible. So this one actually was not that big. I'm thinking that this is probably 30, maybe 30 inches long. So we'll see. So this is how I measure my elastic. If I really wanted to be precise, I could have just measured the string before I started making it. And just as I thought, it's about 31 inches. So I was not off too much. And so with these stretchy waist beads, these are called, some people call them removable, elastic, stretchy. So this is how it stretches. So since these are already tied, you do not have to tie these. The only way that you would need to tie these, if this waist bead is too big, then you can cut the string and tie it in a knot to make it to fit you if this is too big for you. If this is too small for you, you can squeeze it in it if you want to. Some people like to do it and they don't care about the string showing and they'll just move all the beads to the front. Now, I don't think it's going to last that long if you get a size that is not big enough. So you want to make sure that this fits you. And the way that you try it on is the way that you actually put it on. You just step in it and roll it up, just like your underwear. Or you can put it over your head. I would prefer for people to put it over the smallest part of your body. So if you're big busted and maybe you have a smaller bottom, you can go from the bottom up. If you have like really wide hips and a really small waist, you probably want to go from your head down. So some people call these step-ins, elastic, stretch, waist beads. We have them. Just let us know if you want to get some. Also, we do have the waist beads wholesale. And one thing that I like about these is it's just so convenient. So if you want to take them off, some people have to take off their waist beads if they're getting surgery, if they're getting a massage, all types of reasons. People would cut their waist beads off, but you don't have to worry about cutting these off. You can just slip them off. So these stretchy waist beads are really convenient for that reason. So you just figure out which one works for you. Some people wear both. Tie on, which people call permanent, and stretchy, which are what they call temporary or removable, and also there are screw on. So this is an easy way to make your stretch waist beads.